Hello, you're welcome again. We want to talk about the reasons your wife might not want to have sex with you again. And as a man, if it happens, it has a whole lot of psychological, emotional, and general well being effects on you as a man. And I want you to know that all new relationship kicks off with promises of sexual pleasure, continuity, trust, mutual attraction, and love. Then at times, if with one-time dates, it leads to another, leads to two, leads to three, or a few more, leading to, a wedding and or something. Then what happens after marriage? It is normal for men to expect their slice life to be perfect, to be the same as it was before that marriage. At times, if not better, they expect it to be more better. But at times, however, very few couple consider the possibility of ending up in sexless marriage, sex without marriage, or sex that is not fulfilling when it comes, marriage that is not fulfilling with sex, that doesn't have the required, what you think, what were your desires, your goals when it comes to sex in marriage. And if you talk to a good number of men who have been married for a while and ask them, when is the last time that they were intimate with their spouses? They'll probably tell you that they can't remember. Or at times they'll tell you they no longer have sex in their marriages. Because over time, individual needs, especially the female folks, changes over time. And at times, the women seems as if they're no longer interested in sex because of various issues of life, which we'll be delving into much later. Sometimes the husband tries several times to initiate physical contact only to get rejected by their spouses. And like I said, it's a painful thing. And, makes them most of the time to lose their self-worth, their self-confidence, their esteem begins to get bruised. And at times, rejection makes men feel undesirable. It makes them feel unappreciated or underappreciated and frustrated. With time, most men stop trying to figure it out and start looking for validation in other sexual experiences like self-pleasuring, like masturbation, or start cheating to satisfy their numerous, or how do I put it, their unsatisfied sexual need. And most of the time, with time, they become no more non-sexual roommates with their wives. They are there. You understand? They become just like a roommate that you're sharing a room with. So I want you to know that when your wife interest in sex begin to reduce, it is easy to assume that she has lost interest in you. You understand? Or maybe she doesn't find you attractive again, or she's having another sexual partner or relationship outside. No, it is not always the case. It is not always the case. At times, there are some hormones in the body that makes things that look like that. And why all these are still possibility to three, losing attraction, having side, maybe cheating outside or something are possibilities. Sometimes your wife can love you and want to have sex with you, but her body fails to respond. It's just here. You understand? She is ready, but her body is not going with it. Then what are some of the things that can happen? And I want you to know that lack of interest in sex among women can be caused by a lot of issues, which can include physical issue, environmental issue. It can, of course, be that it might be psychological issue. It might be changes in the family dynamics. And when we're talking about family dynamics, maybe having children or living with in-laws, changing jobs, financial difficulties, job difficulties, a whole lot of things. Running, yeah, maybe they are running a household. Simply running that can cause a lot of pressure and stress on women. And what does it do? It affects their intimate time, their intimate relationships with their spouses. So it's not all the times that women cheat. It's not all the time that women cheat, and because of that they don't no longer desire you as their partner. You understand? So you have to be able to talk about it. It's one of the most difficult conversation for men. You understand? Most men don't like to talk about when you ask them, when last have you had sex? And then of course it's so painful trying to understand your wife likes of desire in sex. Can brings about feeling of failures. You feel yourself, it can give you failure, can give you stress. And this is one of the things that forces most men to ignore the lack of intimacy altogether. They will just say, okay, this is what you want to do. Then they lock up. And most men lock up, they move outside. Most men lock up, they start self-pleasuring, which is masturbation. However, to understand why your self-life is no longer working, there are questions and questions that you have to, there are things that you got to do if sex is no longer working. You need to get to the root of the cause of the sexual intimacy issue in the first place. There could be many reasons why your wife does not want to have sex with you anymore. So it's not enough for you to just conclude and conclude. So in the next video, we'll be discussing ways out if your wife is no longer interested in having sexual relationship with you. Thank you.